Hello everyone, this is literally the most terrified I have in making a video. This is Tarmac Works. Now, Tarmac Works, probably a lot of you already know, but it's a company based in Hong Kong. They do a lot of premium stuff. They have a more basic line, and basically a quote unquote, because it's still highly detailed. It's their Global 64, and this is Global 64. This is the Audi RS. I got this. Wasn't super satisfied with the quality control. Overall, it's a great model. I mean, look at the detail, but there's a bit of a paint scratch here. You can't notice it from a distance, but it's I'm someone who's very obsessed with these details, and just something that frustrates me a little. And I recently joined a Tomica Takara Tomy, well, specifically Tomica Discord server, and a lot of them saying that they experience a lot of quality control problems from Tarmac Works. And this is why I think it's important to be careful about like the big YouTubers, and you probably know which ones I'm talking about. I mean, I watch a lot of their stuff, I love them, but this is a difference of paying for your own stuff and getting them sent for you to you for free, in my opinion. Like, when you get them for free, it's like, oh well, there's a bit of a paint scratch, whatever. And for us, this is for people that actually buy their models, this is the same price you will get from a Tomica Limited Vintage, so it better be worth that price. And I remember someone saying in the Tomica, on the Tomica Discord, and we're not biased against other brands, it's nothing like that, but one of them said like literally every single one of their Tarmac Works model came with some kind of defect, and one of them like had the front splitter completely split off, anything like that. But this one, I'm very happy to say it's perfect. So this is the Porsche 911, specifically the 991, the GT3R FIA GT World Cup 2018 Macau. This is from their Hobby 64 range, so this is the even more premium stuff that comes in. Actually, first of all, let's see. It gives you a limited edition card. So this side is kind of like a business card, Tarmac Works. And under here it says how many of them are released. It actually doesn't say. I don't think from the stuff I've seen, I don't think they actually say where how many exactly they produce. But it's a limited edition. This is to certify that this 1/64 scale model is a limited production model, and now you're a part of our model card revolution. I've seen this card a lot of times, seeing how the right is always funny to me. Like, this has nothing to do with like a company, whatever. Like, get over yourself. I mean, you make really high quality, really detailed die-cast models, but it's a model car. You're not Rosa Luxemburg. But anyway, Porsche 911 GT3R Macau GT Cup, the same thing. Mathieu Jaminet, it sounds French, looks French to me, I don't know. And the chassis number, mine is 2542. So there's at least 2,500 of them. I don't know how many exactly there are. And I collect my models loose, but I'm telling you, this thing, after I'm done with it, is immediately going back to the acrylic case. And what does the acrylic case look like? Well, it looks like this. Very nice. It's got some very good texture on the base. It's like a parking spot, really nice. And the reason why is that this thing is so detailed. And I said it many times in my videos, I'm a bit clumsy, and I am. It breaks my heart to say it, but a couple of days ago, after today is when the Tomica Limited Vintage R33 Skyline GTR goes up. I posted it a couple hours ago, but a couple of days before today, when I'm recording this, I dropped it. I was taking a photo for my Australian friend LCR because he didn't have it. And you know, I wasn't bragging or anything. I just wanted to show him that it's really good looking. It slipped from my fingers all the way from my desk to the hardwood floor. And I've never dropped a premium model from this height. I mostly fixed it. Might as well show you. It's good. I mean, it's barely noticeable. I broke the side mirror, but it didn't come clean off. It just kind of bent, so I glued it back. It's you can see it's not parallel, but it's alright. But in the process, I accidentally spilled a little glue on the model itself, so you can see I had to use a bit of acetone to get it off, which took away some of the paint. I mean, it looks really good. It still does. I mean, dropping from that kind of height, rolling a little bit, and on a hard surface. This just speaks to the quality of Tarmac Limited Vintage. Like, even then, this tiny little bit of metal still did not break clean off. I think that's amazing. But I want to slap myself. God, out of every premium model that I could have dropped, not that I'm saying I mean, I would be heartbroken if I dropped a Greenlight or a Auto World, but Tarmac Limited Vintage is like one of the most expensive things I own. And so is this. So I definitely don't want to break this one way or another. I'm gonna be super careful when I'm making this video, and after I'm done, goes immediately back into the acrylic case. So it's held down by kind of this piece, which you probably see a lot in those models, and one screw at the bottom. Not really much to see here. I'm gonna start with the bottom. Going to show you what the bottom looks like. It doesn't really roll as you would expect. I don't know where to touch it to even attempt it. It does not roll whatsoever. If this bothers you, don't get it. I mean, I don't really personally understand the obsession with rolling. It's not like you're sending them down a hoop or stuff. Like, God, I can't even imagine the kind of wealth that you have to be to raise Tarmac Works or Tarmac Limited Vintage models. I mean, Tarmac Limited Vintage models roll for sure, but does it really matter? It doesn't roll. As you can see, the bottom, it's the wrong side up, because of course it is. This is terrifying. I'm not joking. This is not like exaggerating. I'm genuinely terrified. You can see it's held down by two screws, one at the front, one on the back. Tarmac Works. Can you please focus? 164 Porsche 911 GT3R, made in China. And all right, okay, that's the scariest thing done. I'm going to bring out the turntable. I'm not gonna point out each and every detail, because that's just so many possibilities for me. Breaking something, I'm genuinely sweating, and I mean, part of the reason is because I had to turn off the AC in order to have the audio record nicely and doesn't sound like I'm living next to a jet engine. But I'm genuinely sweating because I'm terrified. You see the red thing right here? This is a hook. This is a tiny hook. See the top? There's an antenna. And when we get to the back, the red thing right here, another hook. I don't trust myself. I've seen someone with a AE84 from Inno64 with the Advan livery, a YouTuber whose name I forgot, touch it, gently touch it, and it immediately broke off. I don't want this to happen to me whatsoever. I'm going to be so heartbroken. But this one, like I said, this one has perfect quality control. It didn't run into any problems. I think, oh my God, the windshield wipers, it seems to be like a separate metal piece. And this is a like really nice chrome silver color. I can't say enough good things about it. It's incredible. I'm gonna zoom in a little, so not all of the car will always be in frame, but you can get a little bit more of it. Yeah, look at that hook. It's tiny. So this is roughly the same price as a Tarmac Limited Vintage, but you can see they go for very different. Tarmac Limited Vintage stuff is a bit more stock. They roll. So it still has, Tarmac Limited Vintage still has a bit of a playability if you want that. Suspension, again, playability and realism. This is also realism, but it's more model, more display. They give you a display case. It's not designed to be out of the package. But good God, this looks amazing. Yeah, it's a French flag. It is French, and you can see the interior of the mirror chromed. Nice. Oh God, this is definitely much more detailed than their basic Global 64 range. And I was about to say something. It has a plastic base, if you're not aware of. Man, like this thing will look amazing next to other models. I do have another 991, although I don't think my heart can take it. Like, this is not like, you might think this is like cringy or whatever, but I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. I'm genuinely terrified. This is a 991. This is the GT2 RS from Mini GT, it still looks really good. It's a bit more stock, and I do like more stock models more, but you cannot not appreciate how insane this is. Alright, I'm done with this video. It's amazing. It's pricey and it doesn't roll, but it's amazing if you want it. It's assuming that if you get a one with like good quality control, which this one is, but from everything I've read, it's not always going to be guaranteed. If you get it with great quality control, it's 100% worth it in my opinion. And now I'm going to screw it back to the base and hopefully not die of a heart attack nor break this thing. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry if it's super cringy, but I'm 100% serious. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.